What's going on, guys? Unknown Player here, and welcome to my first Rise of Iron video, the first of many. We've got a lot of awesome stuff to look through for this expansion, and I'm beginning it with a full gameplay of a brand new exotic in action. This is the Nemesis Star. It's an exotic machine gun that deals solar damage, and I was able to try this thing out and get gameplay for you guys while I was at Bungie Studios. So let's take a look at its perks, and then we're going to look at some gameplay of the weapon in action. So firstly, we have accurized ballistics, field choke, and linear compensator. It's also got spray and play, so you should try and empty the mag first before reloading for a really fast reload. We also have perfect balance for the reduced recoil, field scout for a bigger mag, and flared magwell for a faster reload. It's got two exotic perks. The first one is extinction cycle, which is the intrinsic one. On trigger pull, the weapon's initial burst has a higher rate of fire. And the final one is called strange gravity. When holding down the trigger, range and accuracy increase as rate of fire decreases. Kills grant bonus grenade energy. And of course it also has two ornaments for visual customization, and I'll show gameplay of both of those and also the normal version without the ornament in the gameplay. So as it turns out, this is a pretty interesting weapon. It's basically the polar opposite of the Thunderlord exotic machine gun. This thing actually fires really fast to start off with and eventually slows down, whereas the Thunderlord actually ramps up and goes crazy. And it turns out that most of you guys were actually right about this weapon as well. I made a video a while back where we got a quick clip of this weapon in action, and I noticed the rate of fire did seem to slow down, so I speculated that the exotic perk might be to do with the rate of fire, and it might slow down the longer you fire it. And a lot of you guys in the comments said that as well, so it turns out we're all pretty much right, and this is what the weapon does. On top of that, it's also worth noting, this weapon has a very cool firing sound. I'll let you take a listen. So pretty cool if you ask me. I love that kind of whining sound as it speeds up and slows down. It sounds very electronic, and in addition to that unique scope it's got, I think it's a cool visual looking weapon. Now in terms of its damage, it does seem to hit pretty hard, and it packs quite a punch. If you burst fire, you can of course release a lot of bullets really quickly. I didn't actually get to try this thing out in PvP, but I imagine it would actually melt people. If you go around burst firing, of course you're going to blow through a lot of ammo very quickly, but the speed those first bullets come out, you're going to completely breeze over a lot of people. So it's a very interesting weapon for sure. Machine guns are in a strange place in Destiny right now. They don't really seem that much up to scratch, especially compared to some of the weapons like the exotic swords. You got the Raise Lighter and the brand new Young Wolf's Howl, and those two in terms of DPS and their utility are really impressive. Machine guns just seem a little bit too normal. They're kind of like your primary weapons, but a little bit more damage, whereas a sword you can go up close to someone and do massive melee damage really quickly. So in terms of how useful they are, machine guns aren't really too great at the moment in Destiny. I'd love to see some more crazy and just like really wild perks that make them very useful weapons. I think it would take quite a lot to make me want to use one of these things as opposed to my Raise Lighter. And when it comes to PvP, of course, the Truth is a very harsh contender as well. That thing is incredible. So machine guns just seem to slip through the cracks a little bit and don't really have anywhere special where they're really good. Maybe there'll be some kind of encounter where they do actually come useful, or maybe this Nemesis Star will actually have a really good role with that rate of fire change. But so far, this is a good exotic. It's not bad, it's not amazing, it's just a good machine gun that performs very well. It's got a nice rate of fire tweak, it sounds cool, it looks cool, but in most situations, my Raise Lighter would come a lot more in handy. But nevertheless, this is a really cool exotic. As I said before, it's definitely not a bad weapon, but it's definitely not a crazy good weapon that you must have either. It's just somewhere in the middle. It's a good weapon, and let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section of how it looks. I'm going to let you guys enjoy some more gameplay of the weapon in action without me talking over it, and you can hear how it sounds. Once again, that really cool firing sound. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating would be much appreciated, and of course make sure you stay tuned right here on the channel. I've got a ton more videos going up very shortly covering other exotics, and of course throughout the day I'll have more videos as well. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you aren't already, and enjoy this Nemesis Star gameplay.